Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. I'd just like to start by saying thank you so much for all your support on my channel, for your likes, shares, comments, subscribes, donations and memberships. Thank you so much to my new members. You're all much appreciated and help me keep the channel going. If you'd like to become a member and gain access to extra perks, click the join button below and you'll see the different options that are available. Also, if you'd like a private reading, they're currently available and the link to my shop is in the description box below. If it says sold out, please check back the following month, as I have a certain amount I do each month so I can get through them in a timely manner, but they are available there at the moment. So for this reading, I'm just going to share some more global predictions that came through last night. And funnily enough, I had a dream last night, a very short dream, where I was in my home, the lights were on and then suddenly they went out and it was all black, dark. So obviously blackout is coming through again. I've done a few readings on this where I feel this is to come. If you haven't seen those readings, please check them out. And obviously we have had in certain countries blackouts intermittently. As some of you will know, let us know in the comments if you experienced it. I know some people did comment and say after that first reading I did that they had a blackout in their city. I do feel that's going to continue this year, and I actually feel it's going to get worse in terms of our power supply. We're going to have more failures happen. So it's not just due to natural disasters that it happens, such as floods, which is something I did predict for this year and have happened around the world, but I also feel it's to do with the actual power supply. It's collapsing. I remember saying that last year in a reading, that our system's going to collapse, and that's what I'm seeing really happening this year. So yeah, I'm getting more blackouts and also more natural disasters, I feel. As I said, I did mention flash floods, and that has happened around the world. In my vision last night though, I also saw, well, it's like actually the vision I had was a road and there was like a tremor and suddenly it sort of broke apart, you know, like there was like a crack down the middle of the road. So not necessarily an earthquake. I do feel there could be earthquakes as well though this year, but this is more like a tremor. So it's something coming from underground that disrupts our world. I think especially countries, cities that are built on unstable ground, let's say. So I'm sort of getting a tower moment. If any of you know the tarot, a tower moment is something that wasn't built on solid ground and it collapses. Now that really does speak of our whole system around the world as well, doesn't it? I've seen a scene like that in a film before. I can't remember the film. If any of you know, let us know. Where it was like the road literally broke apart in two. And it was like we could see the Earth's core. It was that kind of vision that I was seeing. So really feeling that as well. That could also be why we have the floods, because I'm feeling it may come from underwater, like an eruption from underwater, and then it just all spills out. So I'm seeing that as well. In terms of leadership in different countries, obviously we have had changes, i.e. the US, Canada. I did do a reading on Canada. I believe I said Trudeau would go, as he did. I also predicted Trump becoming president. In terms of other countries, I'm really feeling France and UK. They were coming through last night in terms of changes there this year. The two leaders, Macron and Starmer, I feel they'll be on their way out. could be France first. It's been building up, I feel, and this is going to trickle as well, a ripple effect. That's what's coming through in terms of other countries. Now the reason for this is corruption and crime that are going to be exposed within governments, and then magnifying certain presidents, PMs, that kind of thing. So I feel like the pressure's on in terms of exposing these things. I mean, if we all think about in the UK, the BBC, what happened there in terms of the exposure of what was going on behind the scenes, the cover-ups. Have to be careful with words I use, but PD files. Sure you all know the story I'm talking about. But obviously it goes beyond that, you know, it's also quite prominent UK PMs who've been implicated in some of those lists. I've mentioned this before, a care home in the UK where, you know, some names of PMs came up. So that's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling that's going to come to light this year. This is a year of the truth coming out. And we're going to find out about some of those high profile individuals, some of whom will be forced to walk. I really feel it intensifying in the UK at the moment. Obviously we've had lots of different things happening in terms of the two-tier policing. People are talking about, you know, the unfairness, censorship. But it's all happening for a reason. Everyone's playing their part. I've been saying this in my readings recently. The other thing I'm seeing is that the US is leading the way for the world. I did say this in my US readings, that what happens there will then follow through in terms of this change that's going to gradually happen in our world. So that's the main things that came through. I must mention Florida, by the way. That was another name that came through into my mind last night. Something significant there, I feel, in terms of natural disasters, actually. So let's just see what else comes through the cards now. Anything else we need to know about? Now, I use cards intuitively, not necessarily like a card reader, you know. So sometimes, you know, I see something in a card and it sparks a vision, psychic hit. So anything else? Yeah, I'm gonna stop there. Okay, we'll take that one as well. Because when I saw the bat, I'm sure a lot of you may have also thought of something there in terms of a certain pandemic a few years ago where they said it was released via a bat. Now, this is something else actually that did come through last night. I didn't write it down. I just remembered that there could be another pandemic, plague that comes out and causes a lot of anxiety for people. I mean, there could be, I've got to put this out there, some fatalities as a result. Now, the bat can symbolise darkness, dark forces, which is coming out here as well. With the magician, notice the darkness. There's someone who conjures up this darkness, but also, you know, like dark spirits, which I mentioned in my last reading. So this is showing it's man-made, something that's released out there. With the Wheel of Fortune, notice the world. I'm just seeing this as global as well. Wow, it's really interesting. I was guided to use this deck for a reason. All the arms around this lady, showing like all the different energies involved in this, you know, for it to be released. This, I feel, is the final stand by the dark forces that I mentioned in my last global reading. And I did actually say this. It's really interesting we're seeing it now in the cards. So a lot of manipulation, but the wheel will turn as a result of this, because we've got light here, the sun, showing positivity. So it's like this has to happen, almost as if it's like to show people the truth, you know, sort of to expose it, so to speak. This is a sign of good fortune as well. It's interesting, we've got 9, 10, 1. Wow. 10 is for a completion, so ending, completion, new beginning. Manifesting a new beginning. But yeah, again, this is interesting. We've got a web there, dark web behind this. Web of lies, deceit. But with this card in the middle, as I said, it's like dark versus light here. So some truths come out, as I mentioned. I'm also just being drawn here to the blindfold on this lady's eyes, which will be removed in terms of this next shift that happens. So there could be some turmoil, as I said, about the blackouts, illness, due to something that's released. Thinking the fog here, again, you know, but I'm feeling it's like a disease. Wow, everyone, remember I mentioned, I think I did anyway, the tower earlier. I said something that's not built on solid ground that crumbles. Here it is. See, there's lightning, there's the divine intervening, and our system will collapse as a result of this. Yeah, we got the Empress there. Wow, yeah, so there's the dark energies coming through, but it's overridden by the Empress, which is the divine Mother Nature. We've got a B for collaboration, people working behind the scenes here to make this happen. 3 major arcana. Things are happening behind the scenes because we've got 2 major arcana there. That means a major shift will happen this year. And then things will crumble as we know it. Something new. It's interesting, I was talking about, see, they're both dark here. Yeah, so the darkness that I feel comes, blackout. Because it's interesting that I mentioned the tower when I was talking about energy supply, and it crumbles. But then the magician creates something new. So a new energy supply, I'm feeling, actually. I'm going to clarify now with my new deck. This is the Celtic Lenormand. And I have to just thank once again Colleen for gifting me this deck recently. Very much appreciated. Haven't used it yet. So let's just see what else comes out. To clarify, we're really getting the new power supply with the sun in particular there. After this situation that happens that causes anxiety, which could also be the blackouts. What else do we need to know? Wow. That's amazing. I was going to put the card on there to clarify the tower and it flew out on there itself. Wow, everyone, that's just blown my mind. And no, I'm not a magician. By the way, we obviously had the magician there. It's just the way it happened. But, you know, sometimes the cards do fall in relevant places in these readings. So we'll start with that card, the anchor on the tower. So this is like a contradiction. After the tower crumbles, we're going to have stability, security, a sign of having faith, people feeling secure, even having a home, because with the water, I'm again getting, for some natural disasters that may completely wipe out cities. But people will be safe and be able to start again. That's what I'm getting with that one. So yeah, it could be movement coming through here. Now, on the Nine of Swords with the bat, the anxiety, we've got an agreement here coming out. This is something that I've been talking about in my readings, peace agreements. We're seeing it there. So after anxiety, war, that's been going on, unrest, we're going to have some agreements here, commitments, partnerships, alliance. If that happens, creating this stability that we got there with the anchor. This card, I'm also hearing this is like a promise from the divine of this peace that's to come. See, with the poppies in the field, again I'm getting war, so leaving that behind. But there obviously will be reminders of it. Now, the Wheel of Fortune, we've got a child, which is a symbol of renewal, a new beginning, honesty, openness. So that's when the wheel turns in our favour. The eggs here, sign of new life as well. So yeah, there could be like, obviously children that come into the world and they create a change as well. I think I mentioned that in my last reading. Now, I'm not surprised to see the mice actually with the magician, because I was getting manipulative energy there. Thieves, so yeah, I'm getting loss, theft, damage caused by this magician, the dark forces, destruction, which has come out of the tower, people losing items, possessions, homes, and also worry is coming out again with those two, the bat and the mice. So I've got to put that out there. But mice, I'm just looking at them, they're quick and they move home quickly, don't they? They create their home, they store things in buildings that they can't eat. So that's another sign coming through here. Supply, stocking up. Some people might stock up. In anticipation of these blackouts. That is some guidance coming through here, actually. Don't go overboard, but just sort of have enough water, that kind of thing. What I'm suddenly hearing as well, though, actually, with these two is energy vampire. Linking with that bat as well, the dark forces that are put out there. Because mice can be a pest, nuisance. So that's what I'm feeling as well. Make sure you protect your energy. If this happens, don't stoop to a low vibration. Keep your vibration high Make positive affirmations in your mind. Don't let fear overcome you, which has come out here with the Nine of Swords. Now we've also got the key at the bottom of the deck, which speaks of revelations, things that have been locked away for a long time, hidden away, secrets, things happening behind the scenes, are going to come out this year, as I said. I don't need cards, obviously, to do readings, but it just clarifies, doesn't it? So we're going to have, epiphany moments, insight, discoveries. But I'm feeling this is also within people, unlocking secrets within yourself, hidden knowledge, because we've got 33 on this card, which is about sort of achieving that enlightenment, that awakening, having learnt lessons, becoming a master teacher, here to lead others. So that's what I feel some of you are going to do. It's also telling you that the answers lie within. You have the key to unlock that knowledge which is within you. But what holds people back is fear, which came out with the Nine of Swords, anxiety, fear. It's all an illusion, it's all in your mind. But if you tap into your heart, open your heart as well, your chakras, you will connect with the divine. Open your crown chakra, you'll receive downloads. I'm seeing this light here shining down on the key. It will help you unlock the answers within, understand life and make decisions. So it'll make it easier for you. You'll just find clarity. So we've had some really interesting cards come out here actually. Also with 33, I've got to mention in terms of the dark forces, some of you will know what that means, Those who've got to the top in a certain secret society, which links with the key, through misdemeanors, crime, that's going to come to light, I feel, as well. And some of those energies have been in quite high profile positions as well, as I said about governments. We're coming back to that again. What they don't realise is they've had to sort of do dark things to reach that place, but some of us have been through darkness, dark night of the soul, come out the other side and still reached that same level. So they're no higher than we are. Just wanted to put that out there. So on that note, I'm going to finish with an oracle card now. For the collective, globally, just a message for everyone watching, hopefully to give some hope, clarity and insight. Okay, they're all flying up there on the tower. Wow, that's beautiful, everyone. We've got dove. There's the dove there on the world. That's beautiful. Peace. Peace coming to us all in the world. We had peace agreements there. This is coming from the divine. We've got a rainbow showing a blessing on the way with this new change. We're all going to feel at peace when this change happens. Butterflies, also a sign of change. You may see butterflies, or you may see a dove as well. We've also got the message, take a leap of faith. So some of you, in terms of this, as I said, this inner calling to do something more, you're here to help others find peace, to lead the way. That's really coming through in this reading, inner calling. For some of you, you have a higher purpose. We're all being guided in the right direction. You're doing the right thing, I'm being guided to say here. You're being guided by your ancestors, guides. This is also like Mother Nature here, healing in the world. I'm just being drawn to this card at the bottom of the deck as well. Potential, think big for your future. It's just what I was saying about being a leader for some of you. You have a big purpose. Some of you needed to hear this today. To create this peace in the world. You're a light worker. You have found peace within. You're a very gentle soul. And you're here to help others achieve that same vibration, let's say, through whatever work you choose to do. And again, you're being guided because we've got an angel there. You may see feathers, signs around you, as I said about the dove, rainbows, that are guiding you. You know, for some of you, it could be literally making a big change in your life, and you've been feeling this urge to do it. I feel as we're going through this global awakening and shift energetically, some of you may have really been feeling it recently. Like you've got this bigger purpose. I have been noticing this in private readings actually. Some people who are sort of asking me this. And again, back to the key. You have the answers within. This is what I often tell people in readings. I say, you know, I can guide you. The divine can guide you, but you have the answers within and you will find your way. You'll just be maybe nudged along, let's say. So if any of you would like a private reading, if you are, you know, wondering on the fence, please do reach out. Be happy to do one for you. I'm going to leave that there as a reading. I think that was quite a hopeful, positive reading. The rainbows come out again. I remember that came out in my last reading. I saw it in the water. Colours of the chakras as well for healing. So I really hope you've enjoyed this reading. Please do like, share, comment and subscribe. Let us know in the comments what you feel. Have you been feeling the shift yourself, in the world? I'll do some more of these in the future when I'm guided to, obviously. Thank you so much for watching, for all your support. Sending peace, love and light to you all.